Good evening. See a few people already joining. Welcome in. Is it live or Memorex? I don't know. Shout out to Tortoise Overland. He's in with us tonight. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing good. Go ahead and get this thing shared out. Take your YouTube, swipe the, what is it called? Swipe the URL, or if you're watching on a phone, hit that share button. Let's get this shared out. Call your mama, call your daddy, call your brother, call the homeless man on the corner. Get them in here. Get them ready to watch the funnest 2 hours in amateur radio right here on HamShackTV. We'll be with you here in just a minute. Again, hope everybody's doing all right. Be going live here in just a couple minutes. Got a few of you watching. I see Joe's watching. I see Ken's watching. Good to see you guys. Again, everybody that's watching, go ahead and get this shared out. Get as many people watching as we possibly can. We'll get started in a little over a minute and a half, something like that. All right, folks, it's 8 o'clock Eastern Time, or better yet, it is now Friday if you are on UTC time. We're going to get this party started. Folks, after the countdown, please stand by, and we'll have a special tribute to the September 11th. Let's start the countdown. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to HamShackTV. It's the HamShack Trading Post and Roundtable tonight. Definitely wanted to take a moment before we get started and remember the folks that we lost on 9/11. Shanksville, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., New York City, folks on the airplanes from all over the United States and the world for that matter. And then folks that we lost in war, in the decades worth of war that we had after that. So we appreciate everybody's service and sacrifice, and we remember those that we lost on that terrible day back in 2001. Anyway, welcome. Appreciate y'all being here on a Thursday night. If you're just now joining us, make sure you go ahead and share out the stream. Get as many people watching as we possibly can. I don't know if you realize this, folks, but tonight is my birthday. Well, today is my birthday. It's a hard day to have a birthday on when it's such a solemn memory, but it is my birthday, and there is a decent chance that I will give away a radio tonight. Get people watching, we'll see. So anyway, super chats are open. If you want to throw a super chat in there, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm not going to set any goal tonight or anything like that, but we're just going to have some fun. You know, maybe get enough people watching. We might just give away radio after all. Let's bring the gang in here. We got Michael's in the house. Our old buddy Ramp Rat's in the house. Hillbilly Dave's in the house. Marvin. And, of course, Andy. But Andy's here. Andy's here on official business tonight.
Official business.
Official business. Good evening, fellas. How are y'all?
What's going on,
Doing
Josh?
great, boss.
Doing okay.
Good to see everybody. And Marvin liked the banner back there. That looks really nice. Great
Absolutely.
job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a cool intro, Josh. Real cool.
It from a production standpoint, I kind of screwed up my punching a little bit of it. And Marvin, I saw your message way after the fact, so oops, I forgot to turn the background music all the way off. But I don't think it was that noticeable.
I didn't hear it.
No, it was very low key. It was very down low, but it was just I could hear it there coming through. So,
Well, no disrespect, it was an accident,
Nope.
but we tried our best with it.
It was so good.
All right, let's bring in the special guest here tonight. James is here, CEO of Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League, November 0 Whiskey Romeo Lima. Did you get that call sign by accident, or did you actually design that thing? You're muted, bud.
You're muted, James.
Still muted.
Your headset's off again, James.
he has a heck of a time with that headset. I know he's done that a couple
All
of
right,
live streams
now,
with you, Andy.
There you go. You're good.
There we go.
No, hey guys, no, it is the call sign's on purpose, and thanks for having me, Josh. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I know at least most of the panel. Some of you guys haven't met yet, but great to see everybody.
Well, good to have you here.
Good
Well,
to see you,
let's get down to business first. We'll kind of tie things together here. I'm sure some of the folks are wondering the relationship between World Radio League, Ham Radio Prep. Andy's here. Andy's always here, and you guys talk about how you and Andy came together.
Well, that's pretty funny. So World Radio League, if you go back to the very beginning of World Radio League back in 2023, it was like just the most basic web logger that you can imagine, right? Like you could basically log a couple of contacts in there, and that's all you could do. But we had a really big vision for it from the beginning. That's what we called it, World Radio League, instead of the, basicwebblogger.com or something. Anyway, we started to get some steam, started to get some users, build some new features, and we had this one user in the community that would just not leave us alone. And it kept coming back to Andy N0WRL. Can you add this? Can you add this? Can you add this? And finally, I just got so sick of him. I just said, Andy, why don't you just come over here and help us build it if you're so opinionated about it, And that's basically exactly what he did. And he came on board, and he's absolutely a force to be reckoned with. He's very, he drives a lot of the product roadmap. He's, I mean, I know Marvin, he's worked a ton with you. So a big shout out to Marvin for the work on the Flex integration that you guys have done. I mean, and just, I mean, Marvin, we really couldn't have done that without you. So big thanks to you too. And then it was through Andy that I got linked up with this guy, Josh. So Josh, always a pleasure. And we're happy to really support your channel in any way that we can. You know, the thing we always try to, if you think about the world of kind of advertising and YouTube and all these things, basically the way that it usually works is that Google is kind of the big middleman on everything, right? So they play ads on your channel of products that you may or may not like. And so we always just say, we just try to cut out the middleman and work directly with people in the community like Josh. And so I really appreciate you too, Josh.
Fantastic. And let me say with you here, you know, I've said it plenty of times recorded, but I want to do this while you're here in front of me. You guys have took a chance on me with the 2025 HamShackTV HamFest tour, fueled by Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League, I might add. And I really appreciate that for being a first year YouTuber. That was a big step, and I think we had a pretty successful year doing it together. And
yeah, we did.
We're excited for what's to come.
Well, we are super excited. I mean, you know, we've been in. I think maybe Andy has filled you guys in some of the latest on World Radio League. We've been in the middle of a huge database upgrade, and we try not to talk about it too much because ultimately, I don't think people just want to hear for forever, we're doing a database upgrade. We're doing a database upgrade. You know, they want to see, you know, people want to see that you get to the other side of it. And I've seen some other apps that they end up taking way too long to do it. But we're on the very tail end of getting it done. And we've got a jam-packed set of new features that's going to come out when we get on the other side of it. So happy to talk more about that, and happy to also not monopolize the call. I know I'm the guest, but we got a good panel here. So heck, maybe you want to tell us what's going on in the world of HamShackTV these days, or maybe we just want to sing happy birthday to you. I don't know.
Oh, I've heard that song too many times today.
Hey, James and this is Josh's channel, but he says we're part of the channel.
Yeah.
When a special guest comes on, special guest gets most of the time.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well, y'all feel free to chime in. I don't want to be boring.
Oh, well, I'll definitely chime in when it comes to World Radio League.
Let's start off with Ham Radio Prep. I think, you know, my channel is geared towards hams and prospective hams. There may be somebody watching that isn't a ham radio operator yet, or maybe thinking about getting their license. You do so much more than just technicians. You go all the way up past extra with extra courses that you can take. Why don't you give a big brief or big overview of what all Ham Radio Prep does, and how what your pedagogical theories and things like that, and give us a big intro.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can even share my screen and show you guys some stuff as well.
Sure.
But I mean, you know, Ham Radio Prep came out of when I was just out of college. I was a couple years out of college. One of my friends who, me and him, we were having a blast together. We actually got our motorcycles license together. We got our concealed carry license together. We started getting into ham radio, and we start looking around at all these websites. And at the time, you know, without calling out any of the names, what was available out there was just absolute. It was really terrible. And as we started getting into the material, we realized that, I realized that it was basically just the basic electrical engineering. It was like my freshman level electrical engineering courses that I'd just taken in college. So I wrote the very first version of Ham Radio Prep back in the end of 2017. It was basically just me talking to a PowerPoint presentation, explaining. Some people may even remember, if you took the course really early, it used to be me talking to a PowerPoint, and we launched our technician course, and it's just it really blew up, and COVID happened, and there was also a lot more people that became interested in ham radio at the time, and I just realized at that point I wasn't going to be able to do it myself. And so that's when, you know, our professor Jim came on board and started help. So Now we've got licensed courses for technician, general, amateur, extra. We've got courses that'll teach you satellite and space operations, emergency communications 101, HF operations, ham radio basics, which is going to teach you everything basic from programming your handheld, making your first contacts, basic intro to IMCOM, POTA, satellites, and things like that. And I think what really sets us apart is it's a really well-structured program, but we break everything up in really easy to understand chunks. So if you come in and you're taking our course, it's going to be a couple minutes of a video, then you're going to have a text lesson with images and animations and things, and then you take a quiz that goes along with it. And quiz is actually all custom software that tracks your progress and tracks which questions you need to review and where you struggle. So it's actually learning from you as you go too, so that when you get to the end and you're taking your practice test, it'll tell you when you're exam ready. It'll know that if you're averaging over 85%, then you're ready to schedule that exam. And that's why I say, I mean, we have a 100% money back guarantee. If anybody fails, if you take a ham radio prep course and you don't pass your exam on the first try, we'll give you 100% of your money back every single time. And we have less than a single person in a given month that would take us up on that. We've had probably less than 5 people this entire year that have taken us up on that, because it just tells you exactly when you're exam ready to pass that exam. And we also publish a bunch of free instructional videos on YouTube as well, so you can check us out there. But our latest course is the satellite and space, and we just, it really takes you through things in a really step-by-step, where it's going to teach you things about the history of satellites. What is a CubeSat? It's going to teach you tracking satellite, modes of operations, details on space and equipment. So that's pretty much, I mean, the basics over at Ham Radio Prep and how we got started.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really exciting. And Professor Jim, what an addition. I mean, just the personality and just a genius. Super, super smart.
Yeah, and if you go to any of the ham fests, we try to hit all the major ones that we can, but people are coming up to Jim all the time just saying, hey, I love the way you teach. I love your instructional style. And he's really got a passion for just sharing knowledge and getting people on the air.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, let me shout out a couple people here in the chat that are saying big things. John Bublets, who I actually finally learned the proper pronunciation of his last name this weekend at the Tennessee QSO party. Big believer in ham radio prep, as I know. Yes, I know. He went from 0 to hero using ham radio prep, and gosh, what was it, John? Maybe 3-4 months? It was pretty quick. I VE tested him too for everything. Let's see here. We've got Jason, who's on the screen with us, ramp right there. He got MCOM with ham radio prep. That's good. And let's see here. Bob Stone, KM7ARX, says, studying for extra using ham radio prep and ham study right now. Love it.
That's awesome.
So fantastic stories there. Want to shout out Pepe. It's in the house. We are international tonight, guys. Pepe is here.
All right.
Hi, Josh. Happy birthday.
Pepe.
James, Andy, Michael, Dave, Jason, and Marvin. And John says 3 or 4 months for sure. So yeah, it was pretty quick. It was a meteoric rise, I might say.
Dave, what's that book you got there? Hold that book up.
Yeah, tell us about that book.
That is the Ham Radio Prep Amateur Extra Study Guide. As soon as work slows down here a little bit, I'm actually going to work on my extra.
And Dave, I'll tell you the trick. The biggest tip is to get on the mobile app, because, and even one more tip beyond that, get on the mobile app and do the lesson when you lay in bed at night instead of turning on the television. Just take one lesson before you do it, because each lesson only takes maybe 10, 15 minutes. So if you do one lesson a night, in 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be ready to go.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, but see, I can take the book to work. The apps is awesome for people, but for me, a couple of weeks going through the book, I'm just brushing up. I've had my license for 32 years now, and I just never got off my tail to advance. Because I got my license when to even get HF, you had to know code. So I came in as a techno code.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you're not a real ham, Dave.
You're
nope, I'm not.
Real ham, Dave.
But I ain't either, if that's the case.
I ain't either.
We had
Who
a long
else is
discussion
on-
about that, Josh.
Who else is on general here? Josh, you're an extra, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm an extra.
You're an
I'm an
extra.
extra.
I'm extra too.
I'm general.
And I think Michael's
All
had
right,
his
so Andy and
license
Dave
longer
are the
than
ones.
But
Michael,
I would
you were
interject
on mute.
here. I would interject here, James. Sorry, Michael. I'll go to you in just a second. James said that about our Ham Radio Prep YouTube channel. It has some awesome videos there. Professor Jim N0WRL. He's done some amazing work with some of those videos, and they're just really educational. But I'm actually going to be making my Ham Radio Prep YouTube channel debut here soon with a video on recapping an old radio. So hopefully that goes well. I've got just got
hopefully
the
so.
pastors in the mail today. So.
Could you tell us, like, what is that all about exactly? Because I've never, recapped it. I've heard that these caps go out in older radios and you can recap them, but could you just...
basically the capacitors, the electrolytic capacitors in these old rigs, like my Kenwood, we've got a Kenwood TS570D. The capacitors in some of the older rigs will, over time, they'll just basically wear out and either leak, or internally they've got parts in there that'll go bad over time, and so they need to be replaced after a while. And that's my radio all of a sudden started doing some really weird stuff. Checked the power supply. We got a whole new power supply. The new one did the same thing. So doing a recap.
That's a lot of people don't understand when you hear old timers telling you that letting a radio sit and not using it is actually bad for it.
Yeah,
It is bad.
It's like a car sitting still. Yeah.
Sorry, Michael. We jumped in at the same time there. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I got my license in April of 1992. One of the first tech no-code hams in my area. And then about 15 years later, I got my general. But back when I got my license, it was only ARRL books. And my electronics teacher, K3 PSI, yes, that is a real call, Gene Lang in Warren, Pennsylvania. He's like 85 now. God bless. I think he's still kicking too. Yeah, K3 PSI, Gene Lang. He, I actually owe my amateur radio career to him, and my radio career, my commercial radio career, to him, because I wouldn't be here today without him.
Wow,
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Well,
that's
Gordon,
awesome.
Gordon West also had books back then.
Oh yeah.
Thank
You
you.
That's
still
what I used.
Did have books back then.
If
Yep.
it makes y'all feel any better, I got my tech in, it was either January or April of 23. So
I was one of the first two contacts he
you
ever
were one
made
of
on the
my
radio.
very first contacts. That's exactly right.
Bob
Can't remember.
Stone.
Gene might have been my first. I can't remember if it was you or Gene was my first. I think it was you, but I
It
could
was-
be wrong.
No, it probably was Gene. I was probably your second contact
Okay.
because Gene
One-
lived
one
on
of
the
my-
repeater.
Bob,
Yeah.
Bob
Is he
Stone.
still- is he-
Bob Stone says he has the book too. He also has the audio book, and listening to it while doing inspections all day. That sounds entertaining. And then John reminds me of something here. Follow the program and it will work. He only missed 2 on the extra, and about the same on general and tech. And if I remember correctly, because like I said, I did VE his test. If I remember correctly, out of the, 70? How many questions?
50 on amateur.
No, I'm
50
talking
on
about all
extra.
of them. All exams.
Oh,
35 and 35, 70 plus another 50. So 100 and what? 25, 135?
125. Yeah.
Out of all those questions, he only missed probably 5, if I'm remembering correctly. So It works, folks. The program works. John is a living testament of it. I do want to remind folks, if you are interested in getting involved with Ham Radio Prep, there is a sample lesson available on hamradioprep.com. But if you do go ahead and sign up for the courses, we do offer a 10% off coupon code, HamShackTV. Just put that in when you check out, and you'll get well taken care of, and you can see that on your screen, and it's in every single one of my video descriptions. So we appreciate that, and we're happy to be able to offer that discount code there. Jason, you had something to say there. I think you had your hand up a while ago.
Yeah, I'm about to admit something that's really good, Kelly, and people are talking into. This is going to be a thank you for Andy and James. I am now crossing over to the dark side, to WRL. Yes, I said it. I'm crossing over to WRL. I'm leaving Polo. It sucks. I can't transfer any of my logs from Polo over to Parks and Air, or you can. It's a pain in the butt. But with your system, click. I can go to the bathroom and be done before I get back.
I told you. We all told you.
But hold on a minute, Jason. And James is going to agree with me. You have to run it in dark mode.
Yes,
dark mode.
Yeah, Andy.
I can't run it.
And
oh my God,
Andy runs his in light mode. It's like gives me a migraine just looking at his screen.
James,
but we have
where I was directing that.
Yeah, but and here's the thing, guys. If you think about the last generation of ham radio logging software, you had N0WRL. I mean, you still have N0WRL, and it's great. You have N1MM. Those are some of the big ones, and then you have some of the really beast of the software like Ham Radio Deluxe. But ham radio has changed a lot, and software has changed a lot, and I think there's a whole new generation of apps that's really coming along that's really good on mobile, that has a really nice, easy to use interface that's not cluttered. It doesn't just stick everything right there in front of you. It's actually designed in a way that's, fun to use. And so it's a good time for, not just us. I think a lot of people are innovating. Obviously, I hope you use World Radio League, and I hope you love World Radio League. And if you got suggestions for what you want us to do and improve, let us know. Pepe, for instance, who's in the chat, we could not do it without Pepe, because Pepe has such an attention to detail. He's always finding things for us to fix. And that's a lot of how we drive the roadmap too, is from listening to users. So okay, and Pepe's a light mode. So Andy, you got another person in your camp.
What's wrong with you people?
Oh well, Josh, you missed it.
It should be illegal to use light mode on any apps, period.
You missed it, Josh.
I'd vote for that, yeah.
James and Andy were doing a live stream while I was at work one day. So I was in the chat, and me and James kept giving Andy a bunch of stuff about being in light mode.
Well, it's funny, and Andy makes a lot of videos, so he'll do the demo videos. But I think you do demo videos now in dark mode sometimes.
I do them in both. It depends. I go back and forth. I like showing off the app. I'll use dark mode every once in a while. I show
you
it
can always turn that feature off, so he can't do light mode and bind.
Well, so the thing that gets me though is if you take it outside, you do actually need light mode. That's the thing. If you're in the sun.
You know what's funny? We had probably about 40 to 50% of our users were just begging us for light mode. And we turned it on, and I guarantee you if we had turned off dark mode, we would have 50% of them craving for dark mode to come back. So it's a pretty even split, honestly. I think
there's guaranteed, because when I found dark mode, I have not gone back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's World Radio League's been a great program, and I really like it because you guys are constantly keeping up with the various contests that are coming up. And I'm just saying, like Route 66, for example, I'm tracking that right now, trying to do some stations, and it's nice that you guys have those on there and ready to go. And it's easy for logging, and I really appreciate that. Andy, I think we're going to have to get together and figure out how to work on the iPad to have a cat integration.
Nice. Yeah. Those are things that are going to be,
I don't know if that's even going to be possible. I'm not sure what Apple has that would prevent that.
And I'll say we're the only logging system that has done contesting this way. This is a complete innovation that we came up with That's a total game changer for contesting, because normally what you'd have to do is you'd have to go check some contesting page, find out what the contests are, configure your logger, or sometimes you even have to download a separate package for the contest. But if you go to worldradiologue.com and sign up, you can see right now Route 66 is going on, and you can click in and you can live see, you know, who's actually in there logging. You know, you can see who are the users who are participating in the contest, and it'll create your logbook with the exchange field already baked in.
It's really annoying because I live about 300 or 400 yards from Route 66, and I can't operate the contest because my radio's dead. So,
can I just say something here?
Hey, Andy.
For goodness sakes, it's Route 66, not Route 66.
You're obviously not from Missouri, Josh.
Wait. The song goes, "Get your kicks on Route 66," not "Get your kicks on Route 66."
Route, tomato. I was going to say, Andy, you always have a radio available to you. You know that, right?
Yeah, my dumb network
I was 5'9" with my hex beam on working off my iPad earlier today.
My radio,
like
my network's been giving me all kinds of fits, Marvin. I would love to be using that, but I've got to get some issues sorted out there. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
You've got a G90. You've got a 6100.
Yeah, Andy, why don't you pull the G90 out?
Yeah, I might have to pull out the G90 and hook it up.
Or do you have it like in a Go box or something?
Yeah,
maybe?
It's like down under. It's under a bunch of boxes at this point. I need to pull it out and get it set up probably.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Remember, I was having the issues uploading my POTA logs, and for some reason, it wouldn't put my location. It kept putting my house instead of the POTA site.
Okay.
And I was getting frustrated about that. I figured out what I had to do. I deleted all those logs, and I re-downloaded the logs as full. And then I imported the ADI file, the full ADI file from Polo, dropped it in there, and it took right off.
Oh, so in other words, you were trying to import ADIs and it was dropping into the wrong location.
Yeah, it was dropping it at my house, and I'm like, you son of.
So let me speak on contesting here for a few moments. I know whoever's running social media for World Radio League posted the results of the Tennessee QSO party. I cannot take credit for that whole let me just lay it out there. I can't take credit for that entire butt kicking that we gave. That was me and my Skywarn group. Of course, we used my account, so that's why it's linked to me and my smiling faces on there. But man, what a insane opportunity. The software, the program is insanely great.
Let's see that smiling face here, Josh. Let's pull it up.
Let's see that again.
Let's pull up the past contest and let's see that. See that. So look at that right there. He's got his YouTube icon there.
Rigged.
These guys, the Tennessee Mutual A group, that's a really good group. I know those guys as well. We got to talk to them at the Huntsville Hamfest. They're actually a newer group, but yeah, Josh, you kick some butt here. And the cool thing too is you can see somebody's stats from the contest if you click in. So we can try to spot him cheating here, guys. We can check his QSOs by hour and make sure he didn't just have 1 hour that they were all in and cheating away or something. But if you look to we can also you have kind of like an activity map. This is kind of one of our nerdy ideas from GitHub that we added onto the profile, and there's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's almost like there's so many things you can play around with. Sometimes it's almost too hard to show in a single demo, but you can get lost in the.
It probably take a week to explain it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, James, I do have a suggestion. I got a few buddies that are doing Beach on the Air, and they want me to ask you if there anything you could implement Beaches on the Air on WRL?
We really do need to do that. I've heard another one that we have planned is bunkers on the air and lighthouses on the air.
Awesome.
And so I haven't heard beaches on the air yet. I personally love that because I love going to the beach. So
it's taken off, and it just started probably not too long ago. but it's getting huge. It's
That's awesome.
almost size as Parks on the Air type deal. It's close, but it's building.
That's an awesome idea. Yeah, well, we need to get that added.
All right, thanks, James. They just want me to throw that in the hat for you.
You know, you can jump in the community, Jason, and make suggestions in the community.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, let me go back to John's comment here. Used World Radio League for the first time this weekend at the Tennessee QSO Party Contest. Loved it. Need to congratulate myself, Greg, and the entire District 5 Skywarn team for, I won't say winning the contest, but at least winning in World Radio League. We'll put it at that. But I'll shout out K4HSM, KC4NX, KG4QWY, NA4WX. Goodness, I'm going to miss some people, I'm sure. AA4OL. John was there. Gosh, if I'm missing you and you're watching the stream, you can kick my butt later. But appreciate all those guys. It was definitely a combined effort. We did multi-radio, multi-op, high-power phone for the first time. I took the LA1000 out there and seen what it could do. And we had one of the guys, W4DFB, I can't forget him. He's got my camper. He's able to burn that thing to the ground if I forget him. But he brought a W8 AMZ G5RV Windham antenna. I've never heard of a G5RV, but a Windham G5W or G5RV. Never heard of these before, but I had that hooked up to the amp the whole time, running 750 watts through it, and buddy, let me tell you, whoo! Obviously, the results show. I bought that antenna from him.
That's awesome.
That's how impressed I was with it. But yeah, fantastic event, and I know Andy and I, along with my Greg and I forget who you said the other guy's name is, David or something. We're going to have a little debrief on Monday talking about our experience with it and, find some things to work with. But overall,
yeah,
this thing's going to take over.
You're referring to Brad K4ADE, and I'm just going to give him a shout out right here. Brad, he does an amazing job with handling a lot of comms with users who reach out, have a question. With users who or with setting up the contest, he does a great work. And so myself and Josh, I think you said you had somebody else there, and then I'm gonna see if I can get Brad on the string so we can all four hop on a call and kind of talk about the pros and cons of your club logging experience with World Radio League. So looking forward to that. But yeah, Brad, just shout out to Brad. He's doing an awesome job with the contesting system. He's been working really closely with the development team to make sure contesting is as smooth and feature rich as it can be.
He deserves a lot of credit. I can tell you that for sure, because I've been working with you for over a year now, and just where this product has came since then is just light years ahead of where it normally would be.
And I can say too that's even considering we've still been able to release features even over the last 2 months as we've been upgrading the database. Mm-hmm. So imagine what the next couple months are going to look like. Give us 1 week, and the next week we'll have our new database up and running, and the speed that new features are going to start coming out. And I don't just mean throwing stuff up there. I mean actually building things that people care about, like the desktop app, like a full analytics suite, like band map for spotting, all these different types of things that people really want to see. They start coming out a lot faster.
I've got to give your development team some props, James. I'm a database administrator, and I know when you guys started this migration, and as big as World Radio League's gotten, you guys have flown through this database migration.
I appreciate that. And we went from a NoSQL basically environment, which was great for a time. It's very flexible, but I mean, you cannot scale on SQL, and if it wasn't for the people that took a shot on us and decided to sign up and be a member, we would have been bankrupt, because we basically had just enough membership last month, just to give you an example, because now we're getting 1,000 users, almost 1,000 users a week are signing up.
Wow.
So our cloud bill got up to be almost $3,000 a month.
Ow.
And so basically, I mean, we've been flying on the seat of our pants trying to keep this thing alive. But basically, we've had just enough memberships to pay the cloud bills and keep the thing alive. And it's kind of like, we're kind of like a rocket ship taking off from the atmosphere, where we're going to get out and just barely escape from the cloud costs by doing our new database upgrade. So it's been a heck of a ride, and it's been a blast, man.
Well, you see, I have a theory on that. I think you and I have talked about this on the phone before, but my theory is that the community has been hungry for this. They've been hungry for this for years. There's so many of these programs, and I'm not going to throw any of them under the bus here tonight, but there's so many of these programs that have their certain quirks to them. And the biggest quirk is they're Windows only. And the beautiful thing is you're not in that mentality. You're making this accessible to any kind of computer user, really. I haven't heard much about Linux.
The whole world.
But, yeah, I mean, you're still got the web-based application. So, even without a Linux integration, you're still fine with the web-based. So, it's outstanding.
It's World Radio League. It's available to Mac users and those foreign Windows users too. No, I'm kidding.
Amen.
Well,
preach, Andy.
Hey, Andy, if you're saying it's available to Mac users, it's going to have to be available to Linux users, because Mac is based on Unix.
Absolutely, the plan.
Yep.
Of course, you can use it on Linux right now with the.
Did I use it on the Commodore 64?
But yeah,
Commodore
With the web
64.
browser, I'm talking about the apps. The apps.
Got a little business to take care of. Before we get to taking care of that business here, Chris says, tomorrow I am ordering ham radio prep so I can get my extra. Make sure you use that coupon code, bud. Let me save you a few bucks. HamShackTV. Use that coupon code when you do it. And then, oh God, it started. Stand by.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Jason for the 10 in the tip jar. Appreciate it.
I gotta get that option plate going.
We're going to turn Baptist here. We're going to start passing that plate.
Praise Jesus.
Appreciate it. Bob says founding member number 1580, wishing World Radio League continued growth, and it's going to grow, folks. I promise you. I mean, this is literally the. Sorry, Marvin. I'll come right to you. This is literally, in my humble opinion, I've been a ham now for 15 going on 16 years. This is the most revolutionary ham radio software that has came out since I've been doing this, and I can't wait. And I'm just so glad to be a part of it. Go ahead, Marvin.
I was going to say, if you haven't gone out and subscribed or set up with World Radio League to become a founding member, they've got different levels of membership levels there. And I believe with Josh, you can actually save 10%. Is that correct?
That's right.
By signing up with World Radio League. So please go out and do that. It helps them out. It helps keep this program up and running and funding. And, it does have an operational cost to it. So it is a great program, folks. And I thank James and Andy and all the team for continuing to work on this. And, again, save 10% with World Radio League and getting a founding membership partnership with them. Join me and many others as well.
HamShackTV 10 is that coupon code, guys, 10% off. And the good thing is you can pay for it yearly if you want. I think there's a monthly option. I do it yearly, and it's super easy. I will be clear. James is not giving me a free membership. This is me. I dove into this to begin with and absolutely love it. And you guys know here on HamShackTV, I'm only going to talk about products that I love.
What's the year's price, Josh?
I have to agree with that, Josh. Because I didn't get a free membership either, but I need to work with Andy or James. I want to upgrade mine to VIP.
There you go.
There you go.
I see some folks are spamming their founding membership numbers in the chat. We got T.O. there. the real TO, our TO. founding member number 1846. Levi is founding number 2195. Guys, go ahead and spam those founding member numbers if you're already a founding member of World Radio League. And go ahead and sign up tonight. Get your founding member number while they last, because there's not many left, are there, Andy?
We'll probably run out before the end of the year.
Yeah, we're going to be running out soon.
If you guys
Hurry, get your number.
I will say too, you want to something pretty cool. Here's a little like Easter egg for you guys. We didn't even mean to design it this way, but kind of a funny thing is, if you upload a GIF to your profile, you can actually have a moving profile. So Brad, who we were talking about, K4AZE, you can actually see his profile pic moving there.
Look at that
SWR meter.
Look at that founding member number right there.
Oh, that's premium.
Number 8 right there.
Wow.
And it shows up right there, and it also shows up in badges. I don't know if he's got badges turned on there or not, but yeah, it's so cool. And that founding member number is going to stay with you forever. So
yeah, exactly.
Get in while you can.
Imagine all the hams in the world when you have, when this thing's as big as QRZ and you're anywhere in the first couple thousand. People are going to be offering you money on the side to try to get that number.
Those numbers are going to have value.
and you know what? Because you can ask Andy, James. I was a huge log for old men guy, and it's a great logging program. And he keeps it updated, but it is an old. It looks like a '90s Windows format. I'll admit it. But at the Moore Expo, what started me using World Radio Logger? At the Moore Expo, we took our trailer out, the RMComp trailer out to the Moore Expo. Florida QSO party was going on that weekend. I jumped on my 710 because I had it set up so people could see HF radio. I jumped on my 710 to make some contacts. I didn't have my laptop or anything with me to where I could log. How am I going to log these contacts? Everybody's talking about World Radio League. Without knowing nothing about it, I downloaded it on my phone and set it up in about 30 seconds. And made my logs. Guys, I'm telling you, everybody out there listening, you need to jump on the WRL bandwagon. They are doing amazing things. Yeah, I jumped into the beta tester group and I'm helping them, but it's going to need members to help keep this going. And this is a logging system we don't want to lose.
And the other thing I'll say too is just, if you're not sure if you want to pay money for it, just sign up for free. Like we're totally fine with you using it for free forever. You can log as many contacts as you want. Now you can't upload 100,000 contacts because the cloud space and cost that costs. But if you just want to use it as a general logger, and we do plan to continue to add more advanced features in those membership levels too. But I was gonna say before I forget, I was watching your intro as we were coming in, Josh, and I noticed that you had a 7100. It looked like in your truck. Are you still using that?
Yes.
So I actually just got one. I'm totally redoing the whole comm system in my truck right now. And when I looked at all the mobile radios, it's amazing because I thought the FTX1, I thought they were going to be the best mobile radio because I thought before I really understood the details of it, I thought they were going to have a fully detachable whatever you call it, face plate.
Head.
That would be, the head would be, and you know what I ended up landing on is like, I mean, obviously I think that if you could have an HF and you could have a VHF, UHF separate, which is a perfectly good thing to do. Mm-hmm. But basically I found that if you wanted the shack in the box, the ICOM 7100 is pretty much the best thing out there. In my opinion, and I researched these things way too much before I ever buy a radio. I spend like hours looking at it, but I'm really excited to get it.
Yeah, it is a fantastic rig. I will say I'm not HF active mobile right at the moment. I've got antenna / grounding issues, that kind of thing going on. But I will say this. If you're looking for a compact mobile rig that does everything, James has got it. The 7100 is the way to go. It is The head is the head is permanently separated. You cannot even attach the head to the actual radio itself. Pretty compact. You guys have seen it in my videos, but it's kind of L-shaped. It just, you put your bracket in and it just sits on it. Do what?
It looks like an alarm clock.
Kinda.
Yeah. It does kind of look like that.
If you guys, I know several in the chat have been volunteer firemen or worked in public safety. You know the base station Motorola radios. It looks a lot like those microphones, at least in shape-wise, those microphones that they use on the Motorola base stations.
That's the only thing I don't like about the 7100 is the head. I don't like that shape for in a vehicle.
I want a 7000.
Not familiar with the 7000.
Yeah,
But I mean,
once I can get
go ahead, Andy.
Once I can get the mobile HF antenna situation sorted out, I'd love to mount my G90 as a mobile because it's got the detachable head and everything. I've got quite a bit of it. I've got like the separation cable and everything. I just need to get an antenna figured out, and I would be very very interested in trying to run that for a while. See how that does.
There are plenty of low power mobile options for sure. G90 is one of them. G6100 or the 6100 is one of them. But if you want the full 100 watts, 7100 all day long.
Thing is, Josh, you know what the difference in S units is between a 20-watt radio and a 100-watt radio?
I've heard this. Y'all keep telling me, but I'm a power guy, and that dang Tennessee Q so party proved it.
Well, that's a big difference. 700 watts versus 100 watts.
Right.
It's one S unit between 20 and 100 watts.
It's way less than the number of dollars that between the G90 and the 7100. I guarantee you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm not debating that at all. But if you're like me and you want the power, the 7100 is the way to go. By the way, guys, if you do want a 7100, they are available at Gigaparts. And I did make a video. I'm glad I thought about Gigaparts. I did make a video earlier this week, and we'll talk a little bit more about this when it comes to the news segment of the show. But I was informed this week that
they sent an email out to anybody that's got a Gigaparts account.
Yeah, this is starting on September 15th, which is Sunday, I think. Monday. Icon prices are going up 10 to 30%.
No, the letter sent they put out the amount today. They just sent the letter out.
What was the amount?
15% is what it's going.
15%. Yeah. So that is a very significant increase. I've heard that the 7760 is going up by $1,000.
Oh yeah.
Well,
and good luck buying a radio right now.
There's Gigaparts and DX Engineering both have radios.
Yeah, they have them in stock, but
HRO does not, and they're already starting to show the new prices.
Yep, and that's how a lot of these work. The thing is, you will want to, and I just had a ghost go behind me. The thing is if you want to get in on the I'm gonna call them pre-tariff. It's not exactly tariff related, but somewhat. If you want to get in before these prices go through the roof, go to Gigaparts. I've got a coupon code that'll give you, and I found this out too, 4 times rewards points. 4 times rewards points. So you get 4 points for every $1 if you buy ICOM or Yaesu through Gigaparts using my coupon code HamShackTV. Yep. So keep that in mind. You need to do that before the 15th if you want to get in on the good pricing before things shoot through the roof. Anyway, this is James's show, not Gigaparts' show.
No, I'm sitting here. I'm like shopping in my other tab over here now.
He's shopping. He's like,
and it's important to note too, this is coming for Yaesu too.
Yep.
It's not it's not been done yet, but it's coming in the very near future.
I really want to get a 891. I think I'm just gonna start keeping a lookout for an 891 at a Hamfest. I really would love to pick one of those.
Yeah, I
was gonna say DX Engineering, I know has those in stock. I think Gigaparts might have an 891 in stock.
I think that's
James
stock right now.
James, one thing you mentioned was the FTX1, and you talked about having the head separate from the Optima. They did come out with that separation cable now too for that radio. So it's either 6 foot or 10 foot, which I don't really necessarily like that they only did a 10-foot section because it would be almost a stretch to get from my back seat to my front seat in the truck. I think, because I know the one cable I just bought, by the time I routed everything through the dash, it had to be like 15 or 19 foot long. But it's one of those things that they did make it one. It just wasn't long enough. But I give it time. Give it time. I think there will be others that will come out with an aftermarket version of that.
Say
So
the whole
it's
reason
coming.
The whole reason they came out with it was because consumers put
Complain.
videos up showing that it could be done when they told us, no, you can't separate them.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I had John Crook right from Geisha tell me, and one of his salesmen tell me, yeah, you can't be done. We didn't build it that way. It's not meant to be that way. It's not going to be that way. It's not what we want. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, that's what your consumers are wanting. That's what should be there. So I mean, it does have a separation cable, but you're right. The 7100 is a great radio. My brother has that. He does like it. It's probably one of his favorite radios. It's a great radio overall. So.
Yeah, well, I didn't know they were doing that, but I'm glad to hear that they're, kind of listening and making the adjustment, because you would think that, I mean, with the kind of all, VHF, UHF, HF, I mean, people are going to stick that in a car.
Absolutely.
There's no question.
I want to do that in mine. I just don't want to pay the price for it right now.
That's exactly what I wanted that radio for.
The thing that I worry about that radio is the head, if like just width.
Because it's like 8 pounds.
It might be just too cumbersome to be a mobile rig. Maybe that
matters, John.
You had to get the little mount for it.
I was gonna say, K8MRD, Mike, he had it set up mobile in his car.
Has he? I need to go. I need to
I
go.
saw that. I saw that.
I do need to acknowledge something here. Jason did make a gift of 1 channel membership. We'll play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
And congratulations to KAZ, Kilo Alpha Zulu Levi. You got that channel membership, so congratulations to you.
Now, Josh, did he get a technician or what level does that give?
I don't know. I need to look. It's been hit and miss. I think it's depending on what your membership is, and with you, you're radioactive, so you may give somebody a radioactive membership.
Wow.
Wow.
I'll have to look.
How much
Jason's
you
probably
wanted?
when you're being friendly.
Yeah. I just got
Hey,
my
Josh. Hey, Josh.
I'm choking.
Before you
What?
die.
Yes.
the
Take a life
IC
insurance policy out on me?
I'm gonna try. The IC7000 was the
Levi got
color
General, by the
free-
way.
What's that?
Levi got General. I
you
think
got
it's
General?
defaulting gifts to General now.
So the IC7000 was the replacement for the A706 Mark II-G, and I've got the ISS is passing over because I
Wow.
can hear it on my radio.
Man, I wish I had my 9700 fired up right now. Then
It's probably already past you. It goes west to east, doesn't it?
No, it goes southwest to northeast.
yeah, I would have heard it come over. That's why I said I wish I had my 9700.
It's popping over Texas right now.
Yep.
There you
Was it
go.
highest?
Well, what other questions, comments,
So,
concerns
James,
about either
one thing-
product?
So let's talk about ham radio prep a little more. Really didn't talk about the new course for the satellite operation. Talking about that's a perfect segue here.
Segway.
We have the
There you
new satellite course that you guys have just come out with. Tell us a little bit about that. How's that going? What is it really kind of covering and those sort of things? Because I think that's one of those courses I would be interested in doing a little bit myself. I haven't had time. I can't get my other courses down, let alone add another one to my list. But go ahead, James.
Yeah, thank you for bringing it up. And this one is also taught by, our lead instructor, Jim Reed, N0WRL, with some guest appearances by me. I'm kind of the lab rat for a lot of the activities throughout the course. But I mean, it's an incredible course. I mean, if you want to get into satellites, there's so much information that's out there, but it can be very, very overwhelming to try to kind of digest everything that's out there. So we take you through, introduction to satellite and space ops. What are the satellites that are out there? What websites do you need to go to get more information about them? Check their statuses. What frequencies do they operate on? What modes they operate on? I mean, it's actually, I'm trying to remember, the very first satellite in space, I believe, was the Sputnik, and it
Yes.
just traveled around space just with a constant beacon, and people would tune their home radios and just listen to this beep, 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 and even today you've got, satellites that you can listen to Morse code beacons and telemetry and all of those. And we cover all of that in the course, satellite tracking. And then it kind of builds you up to working your first satellite. And we do it with APRS first, and then we do voice. But we've got some really good activities in there that'll help get you really good at making satellite QSOs. I know for me and for a lot of people, when you're trying to make your first satellite QSO, especially if the satellite's busy, it can be really hard to kind of pick out the call signs and like make a QSO and operate your radio and be pointed at the right direction at the right time and all those different things. But Jim, who teaches this class, he's really actually the perfect person to teach it because he's been involved in satellite operations forever. He's volunteers and works with amateur radio on the International Space Station. So he's just, he knows everything there is to know about amateur radio satellites, and we've condensed it down into a really, really valuable course.
Yeah, that's awesome, and that was a perfect segue for the satellite stuff.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating, and there's a lot of interest in the ISS right now. A whole lot of interest in it, and you better get it while you can, because the ISS is going to be decommissioned. 2030, I believe it is.
Something like
Is
that.
it really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but they'll put something else up in its place, won't it?
I haven't heard of anything that's in the works. Who
I'm
knows
sure
what?
I'm sure they'll be doing something. They use it too much.
But
Yeah,
but James
exactly.
James mentioned Sputnik earlier. I want to give you all a good reference. If you're not familiar with Sputnik, you're young like me and most of the guys here. Sputnik, you can see a good illustration of what Sputnik sounded like and what it looked like going across the night sky in the movie October Sky, which is a
great movie.
Fantastic movie. It was filmed right
Great
here
movie.
in East Tennessee. So go check that out. I have no affiliation with that picture company, but good grief, it's one of my top 5 favorite movies. I love it. It's so underrepresented.
James, one of my questions I do have for you, in that I know you're talking about mostly making contacts with ISS, but did you guys cover any of like the NOAA satellites by chance and obtaining the weather data from those satellites as well when you were doing the course?
Absolutely, yeah. We covered that, and we covered a number of other satellites. In fact, I think when we kind of go through some of the satellites too for kind of making your first contact, we would probably not even recommend to try the ISS repeater first, because the ISS repeater is so busy. You might be better off with a satellite that's a little bit less busy for your first voice contact. But the NOAA satellite, NOAA weather satellites, that's a great point as well.
Yeah, I did a whole video on those last fall, and I absolutely just loved doing it. And it was cool to be able to go from, setting up the computer, getting everything ready to go, going out in site and doing it, and then coming back and seeing the images that you get. And I actually captured hurricane. Must have been Milton was the second one coming off the Florida coast, and you could see it just kind of where it went across Florida, and it was sitting out there in the ocean. And it was just really cool to be able to obtain those images and to see that. And there's a lot of emergency communications around that as well, because if you didn't have a phone or something, or didn't have cell phone coverage to be able to get weather data, it's another way that you could do it without having just by a radio, having a radio and an antenna basically in capturing the information. So it's good IMCOM stuff as well.
100%.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk IMCOM a little bit, since you just kind of brought that up a little bit. Tell us about the IMCOM course.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at it. And we do have the full syllabuses available online, but
I gotta get you. I don't mean to be a jerk. Syllabi.
You sound like my wife, Josh.
I work at a freaking university. What do you expect? Sorry, I had to. I couldn't help it.
Route.
Exactly. You beat me to it, Andy. I was just going there with it.
And that's where I got my MCOM for ham radio prep. That program right there, great program.
Yeah, and I mean, it's this one's actually even a pretty long program too. I mean, it has a lot to it, but we're covering we kind of cover emergency communications from two sides, which is one is the public service, and then the second is kind of your personal emergency communications planning, right? So this is going to be everything from net operations to working with handhelds to HF emergency voice, HF digital, VARA chat, WinLink. We overview some of the interfacing with FEMA, MCOM groups, natural disasters. I mean, it's a complete rundown of emergency communications for ham radio and working with other groups like FEMA as well.
And the fact that this is National Preparedness Month makes it even better to good reason to go out and review this course and take it. So you're prepped for those times, when disaster strikes, and whether that's a simple flooding in your house or a major disaster in your regional area.
Yep.
I saw VARA modem in there in those pictures.
Huh. Yep. VARA's in there. And I mean, we even go out and do volunteering at a marathon as well. And that's a great thing to do. As an amateur radio operator, get involved in things like that.
Yep.
And in your local events, and it makes it like we partnered here with the Atlanta Amateur Radio Club for that, and they volunteer with the Atlanta, I think the Peachtree Marathon, I believe it's called, Peachtree Road Race Marathon. And so they love this too, because then when volunteers come in and they've taken the emergency communications course, they're way more prepared to do the event, and there's less prep that the event organizers have to do. Because if you've taken the MCOM course from ham radio prep, you're going to know how to program your radio to talk on the repeater. You're going to have an idea of how to work with net control, and how to take take your assignment, and all of these different even tactical call signs. I mean, a lot of people don't know some of these events you get a tactical call sign for your assignment. So lots of cool
I
stuff.
can vouch for that because your program helped me do one. And
There you go.
It's so much easier. I wasn't sweating to death. I was like, just remember the training.
Yep.
Absolutely. So I think we've covered all of prep now, haven't we? We've gotten all 6 of the main courses, I believe.
Yeah.
Anything? Any super secret squirrel projects coming?
Always, Josh. Always.
It's super secret. He can't tell us.
We love to. I mean, we're always cooking up something. We're always trying to innovate, trying to build something new, and trying to just listen to people and hear what they want. What do they want to learn? And there's a lot of things. We hear a lot, but I can say we're going to be very busy.
I'm excited that the future is bright for both Prep and World Radio League. I can't say enough positive things about World Radio League. I'm super excited. I'm so glad we were able to use it with the QSO party last weekend. It was certainly a game changer. We've used N0WRL in the past, and Windows 95 called and they want their program back. Let me just say.
I will interject here. I will interject here. If you or your club are stuck in N3FJP or N1MM and you will not turn loose of it, we do offer an integration, but just try World Radio League Interface just once. You'll never go back. Just try it.
Nice plea there.
Hey Andy, I gotta start with the integration so they can use the interface.
Well,
but you got to remember, field day for just about the entire time we've had that trailer is in N0WRL in our database.
And for those clubs that have, how do I say this? That have technological abilities and disabilities, I guess I could say. I know with N0WRL, we've tried to do the network logging in the past with N0WRL, and folks, that is a nightmare on steroids. It's not reliable whatsoever. But
we don't have a problem with it.
Every year we've tried it. It has crashed or just not worked, not kept up, and we had to go fix logs afterward.
I heard about one club. I don't know if any of y'all listened to the Ham Radio Workbench podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But on that podcast, I believe it was George. Him and his club were using a setup like you described, and somehow another club miles away was using the same IP or something. And they literally had
wow.
Oh
they
my
literally had
God.
all these logs start showing up in their logbook. They were like, "Where on earth did these come from?"
So I know we had big issues this weekend with N0WRL. We dropped the logs. We had to go, and all of a sudden, all of our logs disappeared. Dude's like, "Where'd they go?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yep.
And they actually had to dig them out of the software.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh, you were describing the alternative experience with World Radio League. Please proceed.
Yes. This is as beautiful as an internet connection. Now, one thing is, World Radio League eventually will have those desktop apps, and we already know the Macintosh or the Mac stuff is capable to be desktop if you download the iOS version of it on your computer. But nonetheless, if you have a simple internet connection, a lot of people have hotspots, Wi-Fi hotspots, stuff like that. Connect your computer, your iPad, your cell phone, whatever to it, and you can log in as many computers as you want into that World Radio League account, and that networking is done for you. There is no typing in port numbers and potential for logs to be disappeared and stuff like that, because just like Michael was describing, we had that happen to us last field day. And I about yanked. I think that's where most of my hair went. I was livid. We had to literally dig through that software for probably 4 hours, waste 4 hours of the contest.
And maybe we don't run into that problem like you guys are running into because we use an external database.
I don't know. That's over my pay grade.
Shout out to POTA Power too. Earlier. But POTA Power, they were telling me at one of the Hamfests that they were logging with World Radio League and they were using their tablet, and everything syncs to the cloud, right? I mean, you can log offline, but as long as you have an internet connection, it syncs to your online account. Yep. And their tablet died mid POTA activation. They pulled out another device, logged in with their account. It automatically synced all their logs, and they just kept logging as if nothing happened from a completely separate device. So that's something you can only do when you have that auto cloud backup that's just running constantly.
Well, I will say I can vouch for that too, James, because I started on my phone one day and then realized I had my tablet with me, so I had a bigger screen, turned off my phone, switched my tablet, and just kept right on going.
And a lot of people, especially people like me, have keyboards attached to their tablets now, and it's a heck of a lot easier to log with a keyboard than it is a touchscent. If you just ask me, that's my preference. So
I probably
see. I'm not rich. I can't afford tablets that have keyboards.
Take up a donation drive. Put a tip jar at the next Hamfest.
Super chats, can't you?
Get that off and play golf.
Speaking of super chats, good segue, Andy. I did introduce a super chat goal. Five yellow super chats or better. We'll give away some sort of a radio tonight. Can't promise what kind it is, but 5 yellow or better. What you got there, Michael? There you go.
Yeah, same thing here on my iPad as well.
$150 tablet.
There you go.
I've got the iPad. I bet out of all my World Radio League contacts, I've probably 95% of them are on either my iPhone or my iPad is where all my contacts come from on World Radio League, because that's my primary logger I use when I'm using the radio. It's just so simple and easy.
Jason's done it again.
Integration would be sweet.
It's only a blue in this time, Jason. What happened?
It put funky color on me. It was yellow, then it turned that color. I don't know. Talk to my tablet.
You must have slid your finger, but nonetheless, I owe a clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
5 from Jason again. What you got there? Let's see. Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I love how they blink too.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be
we're going to be enhancing the mobile app version of the map very, very soon as well. That's like one of our. You're going to be getting a lot cooler map visualizations coming.
Right.
Guys, I do actually have to run.
Yes, I was about to turn you loose anyway.
I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Andy. I don't know if as long as Andy's not running too.
I'm going to be dropping soon, but I'll be here.
Okay, for at least for a couple of minutes. But hey, Josh, it's an absolute pleasure, man. I appreciate you and just keeping the great energy for the amateur radio community and organizing out all of us. Great to see all of you guys too. So
yes, good to see you, James.
We appreciate it. I guess probably the next time I see you in person will be Orlando.
Probably, yes. The next big one. I mean, I'm going to Stone Mountain Hamfest. It's here near me. I don't think I'm going to any other big ones for the rest of the year, but
I don't have any more big ones on my docket. I'm going to the East Tennessee Hamfest Saturday, and then I'll be making my way down to Chattanooga sometime next month, whenever that is. But that's it for me this year. The next one will be Orlando.
Well, Orlando's always a good one. Cheers, guys. 7-3.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Oh, somebody else has came to the party now. Levi.
My new membership.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Feedback from Andy. Please add a contest icon tab at the bottom of the app. That's an interesting thought.
Okay, yeah, good suggestion. Levi, throw that in the World Radio League, either the Discord or the community. I'll drop a link to the World Radio League Discord here. Community is just community.worldradioleague.com. You can access it from the homepage as well. But we would be happy to look at that and discuss it as a team. So throw that at us, absolutely.
That would actually be a good idea, because
very good idea.
Now, unless you're already signed up, you can't get into your contest logs.
I got to brag a little bit more since we're showing maps and playing with maps and stuff. I've got to brag just a touch more here.
I didn't do it.
This is our Tennessee QSO party map.
God.
Cool. That's awesome.
Can you see the East Coast at all? Because it's all red.
No. It's all the way from Miami all the way up to Nova Scotia red.
You should generate that on the web app, because we've got some really, really cool visualizations there. You can tweak that around and do some really cool customizations.
Let's do that. I'll do that real quick.
Okay.
Y'all talk about something. What's going on with everybody? We haven't done a round
My
table
radio's
party yet.
torn apart. That's what's going on with the P.
Hey, Andy, I got my stuff from you, and that's all I'll say.
Hey,
cool.
Josh,
Dave,
I just went back and looked at my log.
You worked
Why is I worked you guys twice?
Did you? You didn't work me.
No.
I would have known you if I worked you.
No, I worked you guys. I thought I worked you on 20. I guess not, but I worked you on 40. But it's showing in Florida.
Okay, that is because we had a vanity. We had a 1x1 vanity. It's weird.
Yeah, 1x1s are horrible to keep up with.
Exactly.
Those club calls
Like if you put in November 4 Tango and QRZ, you're not going to see Skywarn. It's
really?
No, because you don't get those
1x1
event calls all the time.
Difficult to keep up with. No, it's not a constant call. It's a one-off special event call. Those calls get used by people all over the place, depending on the event.
Well, that's like for Field Day, we always try to get November 0 Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
And when we don't get it, we usually wind up with Whiskey 0 Alpha, which Nixon Amateur Radio Club November 0 Alpha works.
Whenever I upgraded to a vanity call, got N0APX. I was looking at what all calls were available, and I was so frustrated that I didn't have my extra because N0AA just popped up available right then. And I'm actually surprised that one's like an available call, seeing as how it's so close to like the No Other Radio. But yeah, N0AA popped up. That would have been a really cool one. But anyway,
there you go.
What city were you in, Josh?
That's so
Holy
awesome.
crap. That looks nice, Andy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you can take all kinds of matte backgrounds, all kinds of pen colors, styles, line colors and styles, all kinds of stuff.
I like the default. If I'm just being real about it, I like the default. It's so easy to look at.
We try to make it just absolutely gorgeous out of the box and say, have fun with it, do what you want, you know.
There wasn't a lot of stations working the Tennessee QSO party, was there?
No.
No,
and
at least
in state, I didn't hear many working from inside Tennessee. We had very few Tennessee contacts compared to. Good Lord, I feel like I talked to 1 million people in Minnesota, Texas, and what was it? New Hampshire, I think. I didn't know there was that many people in New Hampshire.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, because I worked it pretty hard, and I was only able to get 14 contacts. And the World Radio League has me ranked 8th with 14 contacts.
So who wants to go next for what's new going on?
Guys, I'm going to have to drop. I'll see y'all. Have a great
let Andy
evening.
go.
You the man, Andy.
I already told you guys I got a radio open and partially disassembled on my bench back behind me, and I will be hopefully recapping that, and hopefully y'all will be able to see that process if I don't really mess things up terribly bad. So keep an eye out for that on the Ham Radio Prep YouTube channel.
Go check it out, y'all.
It for me, except you can go check out the World Radio League YouTube channel and see a lot of my previous work there. So you can go check that out. 7-3, guys. Have a great evening. Good
Andy. Masterpieces.
See you, Andy. All right, still need what? 4 more super chats. Yellow or better, we'll give away radio. There's not a lot of people watching tonight, guys. Let me just be real about it. We may not hit it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm broke.
I wish it was the audience and not necessarily always Ramp Rat over there. We appreciate Ramp Rat, but Lord have mercy, audience has got to participate a little bit here.
Hey, I try to do my best, you know.
You do a wonderful job.
Thank you. You're welcome, boss. I try.
Marvin, how's the world of those fancy radios you got going?
So, I got my 8600 working. It's been going good. I've been using it with my hex beam lately, and I'm making some pretty good contacts. I've been doing the Route 66 as much as I can, trying to find a few of those stations. And my main project I've been working on is I've got a 3-element Mosley I've been putting together, and unfortunately DX Engineering kind of hosed me for a couple days here. I ordered a couple things from them, and they shipped it to my address in Mass instead of Wisconsin, which I specifically told them to ship it to Wisconsin. It cost me $85 in shipping to get it shipped back here. I think my wife will have it here by tomorrow now, but that really sucks. I did make a little complaint to them about that because that was not supposed to happen, because I want to put it's called Penetrox, and you put the antioxidants in between the different aluminum tube pieces that go together, and so it helps keep the oxidation down on that level. So I ordered the Penetrox. Should be using that. That should be looking pretty good. And then I've got, 3 more antennas going up. I've got the repeater antenna. I've got a Diamond X30, which is my APRS antenna, and I'll have the Diamond X700. It's like a 10-foot. I'll use it as my 2-meter 440 base station as well. And then I've got the Spec 5 relay for Meshtastic on the tower, and I'll have I'm sure I'll end up with something else on there too, but I may put I've kind of got a multi-scanner antenna and I use from Diamond as well. That may be up on the tower there. I'm trying to figure out if that one's going to go up or not, but my tower project is 40 feet up. I have about 1,000 views on the short clip I did, but I've got the other 20 feet is going up on Monday. So we got delayed because of weather. Had a lot of wind come through last Friday, so we didn't get it finished. And so I've got 152 feet of pipe, a 3-inch conduit that I've ran, and I ordered a bunch of cable. I've got rotor cable, LMR 400, that 1,000-foot spool of heliacs. I ran 2 runs of half-inch heliacs down to the tower from it's a 152-foot run. So I've ran 2 runs, one for my VHF antenna and one for the repeater. I mean, this thing is like, I had somebody come out and put the end connectors on because I just don't have the tools to do that. I've had somebody come out and I went to go dig a trench the other day and literally end up with a blister on both hands trying to. So, it hurts like hell. Let me tell you. So I rented this trencher. The guy says, "Oh yeah, it's self-propelled. You should be able to put it in reverse and it'll just trench itself up the hill and no problem." Oh no, my butt had to pull that thing up the hill every inch, and that sucked. I said I was doing that once. And I sent it back to him. I said, "This is BS." So I called and complained to him because it's like, that is ridiculous. So I've got another buddy who has a trencher who's coming out tomorrow morning. We'll finish digging that trench. But my tower site's getting up there, and I'm looking super forward to it. It should be done by the time I go home next week because I got to return back to Mass. I got my family coming out there to visit. But anyway, that tower site has been an expensive project. It is not a cheap endeavor from just little things here and there. Cable alone, I probably have $1,000 just in cable.
Wow.
That's not including accessories for like your rotor plate. You've got your top plate. I bought an extra 10-foot section of RON to get me up to 60 feet. I've got little things here and there. So it just adds up a lot. So do I have 10,000 to this project when all said and done with concrete and everything else and all the other little work I've had done? Probably so.
So how much is for the
Just right off
blisters?
the bat, Heliax isn't cheap, and people don't realize that.
Well, I got a good deal from Michael, so I can't complain.
You got one of his rolls. Huh?
He got a nice
I did.
roll.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I have sworn
So
a secret.
how much for the blisters, Marvin?
How much for what?
You said you have blisters in your hand. You got to charge for those too? Put down.
Oh
on the
yeah,
bill?
probably. Yeah, they're not very big, but they're both there and they hurt like heck. So
Marvin, you keep working. Those blisters are turning to callus.
right.
Yeah.
Bob
Yeah,
says,
That's how it works.
Bob said, "Wow, I think my wallet just exploded on the counter listening to that." Well, if it's still got anything residual, throw a super chat in there. But
Yes, please do.
yes, Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh,
Bob,
I had no idea when I had no idea when I got into this. I got I put my first tower up. I had a bunch of guys help me and everything. It was a great team down in Murfreesboro, Tennessee that came out from the local club, and I put the tower up for virtually nothing almost. I mean, if it cost me $200, that was a lot then, and that was in 2018. And now this one being 60 foot up, I've got a guy who's a professional tower climber and everything else that's putting all this up. So I got to pay for him and his time, etc. So yeah, it's been crazy, but it's going to be well worth it when I'm all said and done.
That's good.
Right.
And really, that's where a lot of the cost, people like with our club for our repeaters and stuff, because we take care of all that ourselves. Our cost is the tower climbers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like I said, it's going to be good. It's a permanent solution. And oh, by the way, I also spent about $500 for a camera that has pan tilt zoom that I'm putting at the top of the tower that I will be able to hopefully put on an RSTP feed and have a live zoom of the weather and all the clouds that come down the Mississippi River and all the storms that come across.
Oh, awesome.
So I should have that up as well. So
Marvin, are you familiar with Cyclone Port?
I've not heard of that.
So they work a lot with Radar Omega.
Yep.
I don't know if you're familiar with Radar Omega,
No, but I'll look them up.
but Radar Omega is my choice, and I have no affiliation with them. I don't make any money off of them, but Radar Omega is my choice of weather radar app. It's a little pricey, but it's good. It's so good. You get everything at the disposal of the National Weather Service, like all the different radar products, model data, all that good stuff. But anyway,
sure.
Embedded in that software, and look at Michael's got it right there. Embedded in that software, they have weather stations and weather cameras. And if you just tap on one of them, it'll pull up that weather camera and weather station. You could get them to pick you up if you wanted to share that weather camera out. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I already run a weather station from Davis Weather Stations. I've got a Pro View 2. I think it's called the Vantage Pro View 2.
Vantage Pro View 2, yep.
And that's a great weather station I have set up here at the location as well. I gotta let my dog out. Be right back.
Yeah, come on back.
I've been letting the dogs out in and out all friggin' night.
Right.
They're asking to go out again.
Levi asked, I didn't make the switch from Radar Omega to WeatherWise when all the weather tubers did. I'm not familiar with that at all. And I'm not the biggest Ryan Hall y'all fan on the planet. I'll make that clear up front. But I've not heard of WeatherWise. Have any of you guys heard of that?
Yeah.
No, I use Weather Underground and feed all my Davis weather station to Weather Underground. That's where I've been going to, but I may have to look at this and see.
I like Radar Omega because on your cell phone it's free, but if you put it on your computer, you have to pay.
WeatherWise is free too.
Okay.
This is not even. Hang on. I'm looking at it. I just pulled it up. Okay.
No.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing that information with me. Ryan and his crew switched. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to share my screen here real quick since some of us are not familiar with this. This is pretty cool. This is relatively just as good.
Yep.
As Radar Omega.
You said this is WeatherWise?
WeatherWise. Oh,
WeatherWise.
Ryan's got skin in the game too, because looky there. Y'all mode. I don't know what that is, but he's got his own mode in this thing. This is pretty cool. Now
they got a phone app too.
But you mentioned pulling up live cameras. Can they do that on this?
It don't look like they've got it yet. I don't think.
No.
Has cams. So they've got a few cameras. That's Ryan Hall's camera right there.
So they do have it then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they don't have remotely yet. They don't have remotely what I'm about to say World Radio League.
I like the graphics on this.
What
stuff.
Omega has.
Clear.
Gotcha.
It's real clear.
Well, let me just for fair comparison, and like I said, I don't have skin in the game whatsoever. I would love to have skin in the game with these, but let's see here. Where'd my stream go? Where'd you guys go? I clicked the wrong button.
We're still here.
Well, I know you're here. I can hear you. But I've got 16,000 Google Chrome tabs open, and
we're still looking at the
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I haven't got y'all yet. There y'all. I found you. All right, so this. Let me close this one out. We ought to do a whole session on weather radars at some point. Maybe I could pull James Spann back on my channel.
Maybe we do a Skywarn night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do a Skywarn night.
Yeah.
So this is Radar Omega, which is fully customizable. I can change this background. I can do all this. But see each one of these little dots? Those are all cameras and weather stations. Like, for instance, this right here is where I work, University of Tennessee. We have a camera mounted on Neyland's freaking stadium.
How many megapixels is that?
I have no idea, but it's a very high quality camera.
It looks HD. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. They've got one over here in Nashville. There's a really cool, look at that. I haven't even seen this one before, but you got the skyline in Nashville there.
Nice.
This is one of my favorite cameras over in Charlotte, North Carolina. Check this out.
Hey, that's my stomping grounds.
That's Bank of America Stadium right there, y'all.
Wow.
And they've got two angles. They've got an outside angle and an inside angle.
Do they got one at Greensboro by any chance?
Well, we can look. No.
Figures.
No, they're really pretty. And look at that. They took Ryan Hall off. I bet Ryan had a dispute with him. But, yeah, for the most part, you got a few up here in the Dayton, Cincinnati area. But mostly in Tennessee and northern Georgia, it seems like.
And this one's free, you said, Josh?
No. Radar Omega is not even worth close to free. At least not for all the features.
No, it's just like Radar Scope. It's not cheap.
Yeah, I can't remember. What do I have the Alpha subscription, which is it doesn't tell me, but it's expensive. It's like $100 a year.
It's $119 a year.
Yeah,
That's not bad for all that. That's worth $119.
but I used to fire out of this.
Oh, I bet.
I wear it out. Like I can go out here. Check this out. I can go out here to data overlays, and then tropical weather, and then I can click on these things: forecast cone, track active, and wind field. Check this out. There it is. There's nothing in the Atlantic. Thank God the Atlantic hurricane season's been silent pretty much, but
Yeah.
Except for that one, yeah.
right there it is. And you know what else I can do? I can go in here and lay the satellite on top of it. Let me switch to, let's see here. Where's Pacific? Northeast Pacific. Probably not. Where is it? Eastern Pacific. And I think I'm on visible satellite. So that's, visible satellite. Let's switch to infrared. There she is.
Nice.
There you go.
Isn't that the same view you were showing when you
Well, I think you can do that same thing. You can do that same thing with Weatherwise, but you gotta have the pro. You gotta have the paid version.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but you can put it in the motion and all that good stuff. It's as I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with Weatherwise a little bit, and who knows? Maybe I'll make the switch, especially if it's a little bit more affordable. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That's exciting stuff.
And Levi says you can with a paid version. I'll just make the changes. Okay, you can. Okay.
Yeah, I can look at satellite shots. I can look at regular stuff like that, but to customize and make changes, you have to have the pro version.
So one thing, Levi said, don't have a weather station yet, but I'm building, my initial ham shack. If you guys are looking at weather stations, and again, I've got no affiliation on this either with Davis, but I actually had a Pete Brothers weather station first, and I think Pete Brothers is a great station. Don't get me wrong, but their technology to integrate into other things is severely lacking. Or maybe I'm just an idiot and couldn't figure it out, but it didn't seem like they had a lot of good integrations where I'm able to do literally I can share my link in Weather Underground with my neighbors and they can see all that information right then and there. And because they're on each side of me, and so my weather station is in the middle, and I can get that and I can share other information with them really easy. So the Davis weather stations are phenomenal overall, and I can see other ones in my area as well, which is really cool. Who's got other stations and they use them for agriculture. They're really widely used across the world. So I personally love them myself. So
this right here is what I use. I got this back in April. It's the Tempest, and these Tempests are absolutely phenomenal. They've got a really good price point on them, available on Amazon. Use my affiliate link, but I mean, I can. It gives me current live real time conditions. I can go in and look at the history. Today we had a high of 84, low of 55. I can look at the month, the week, 84 and 51. The month, 87 and 51. Year, 96 was the highest temperature I've seen. 48 is the lowest. And I can see lightning strikes and how much rain I've had over the past year. All of this you can, if you're an analytical person like me, and I'm a big Skywarn guy, and I need to put my pop filter back on. If you're an analytical guy like me into this weather stuff, this is, for the price point, I have found that this is a great model. Now, here's one of the cool things I really, really like about the Tempest. It is not mechanical. In other words, it does not have the spinning cups. It is pressure based. It uses the pressure in the air that's pushing on the weather station to determine wind speed and direction.
Interesting.
It's phenomenal.
I've got ambient weather, and mine is tagged to APRS in the weather map. So if somebody wanted to go to aprs.fi, they could type in my call sign. My weather station's right there. I am actually surprised at how many ambient weather station users there are in New England. I don't know if Amazon had a huge sale, but it ranks right up there with Tempest and with Davis, and gives history and everything.
And Davis has been the gold standard, even by meteorologists, for years and years.
Oh, yeah.
But these tempests have really started to take over. And ambient's good, too. I'm not going to deny them.
I like that Tempest one. That looks pretty good. I mean, that's really decent. If you guys just want to get started in doing your initial weather or weather observations, go do it. It's called Coco Rojas. COCOROHS. Don't ask me what it stands for off the top of my head. I don't remember, but you can go buy. It's about $69 for what they consider an official weather station, or a weather not weather gauge. It's a rain gauge, and you can go in each day and record your rain to the to the like 0.10 to the millimeter. You can get with that, and that might be just the initial way to get started, is doing Coco Rojas and doing your weather observations with rain, and they ask for people all the time to join that network, because that, by using only their rain gauge, that's what they are doing a lot of predictions off of, and doing a lot of other a lot of data from that, because I might be over in this corner of town, and Josh is in that corner of town, and I could get a half inch, and he may only get nothing or a quarter inch. So they want that data coming from people every day. So if you just want to get interested in weather, it might be an easy way to get started, at least on a low budget, to start tracking rainfall at least. So
yeah,
you can log it every day right on your phone. It's real easy to walk out, look at the rain gauge, log it on your phone, and be done. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
Coco Ross. And maybe I'm mispronouncing it. Coco Ross is a fantastic program. I personally have never gotten involved with it. However, I could be wrong about this, but I think I have heard that these tempests are accessible by the National Weather Service. I don't know that for sure, but I think I have heard that.
You have to set them up. You actually have to dump the data.
Shout out to Frank. Frank's in the house here. Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KAG6NLW. Just dropping by real, I think it's supposed to be quick before my stuff goes, to say happy birthday to Josh at HamShackTV. Hope you had a good day, brother. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it. Anyway, guys, if you are interested in a Tempest weather station, I did drop a link in the chat for it to Amazon. If you want to check that out, it's pretty cool. See what that device looks like. Super easy to put up, too. Matter of fact, I did a video when I installed it, and you'll see how easy it is.
How big is the machine, Josh? That's what I wanted to ask you.
Well, let me go ahead and share what I got here.
I just looked at your website, looking at your weather, playing around with it.
Yep. That's it right there. So it's probably, as far as height goes, probably about twice as tall as this cup.
Oh, so it's not a big, huge machine like I've been seeing where they got the cups and everything. Because the one I was looking at was like this big. And I'm like, they want almost $1,000 for that thing.
Not at all. And you see this little adapter here at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
So that screws. And you can put that on top of a pole and just twist that down to tighten it down, and it's up there. There's no screwing, mounting, anything like that. Now, if you want to mount it on top of a piece of wood, you got to screw that mount in. But, fence pole or something like that, flag pole, whatever, that's super, super easy. I tell you what.
Solar power too?
Yes, it is 100% solar powered. I will never have to climb up there and change a battery. Never.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you can see it's got a UV sensor, so it measures all the solar radiation and the UV index and all that stuff. It's a hepatic rain sensor. So what they mean by hepatic, let me take myself full here. What they mean by hepatic, folks, is So here's your weather station, right? It senses the raindrops hitting the top of it, and depending on the rate, if it's going faster or if it can tell how much rain is falling through AI and different means. It means it's insane, but it's got a pressure sensor built in for sea level and station pressure. The sonic wind sensor, I already talked about that. Temperature, humidity, lightning detection. I love my lightning detection. Holy cow, that's been a game changer for me.
Really? That's impressive.
Yeah, solar powered, totally wireless, and simple mounting. You can use up to a 1-inch pole. So for masts, a lot of times I use like top rail for chain link fence for a simple mast to tie an antenna to. I don't know if that would work for this. It may be a little too wide in diameter, but like a 1-inch copper pipe or old water pipe or something, that's what mine's on. Works great. You trying to blind me, Ramp Rat?
Sorry. I'm taking a picture of this because I want this. Sorry.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Get it while the getting's good.
Use Josh's link.
Yeah, use my link, people. Use my link. By the way, we haven't hit that super chat goal yet, and we've only got 16 minutes, so I don't know if we're going to give away radio tonight or not.
Sorry about that, Josh.
It ain't your fault. These people need to get their butts in gear. They can't always rely on you.
No, you changed the topic. I thought we were talking about never mind.
Yep. But no. 350. I mean, yes, I will say that is a big price point for a weather station.
Oh,
but
like I said,
man, it's been worth every penny. Go
ahead, Josh.
It's just changed. It has literally changed the way I handle Skywarn.
So the Davis weather station is probably $500-600. I mean, I think mine was refurbished, but yeah, that for $350 for everything you're getting out of that, that's absolutely just great. That's an awesome price for that, and that seems like I like the lightning detection because I don't have that, so that's pretty cool.
And it's 100% wireless. 100% wireless. As a matter of fact, I can't show you, but up here on my shelf above me is the receiver for it.
Yep. So I was going to ask you if you had the little base station.
Yeah, it's buried under some stuff here. Otherwise, I'd show it to you guys. And if I go to try to get it, I'm going to probably tear down the house with a bunch of people sleeping.
Don't do that. You can't even find the buttons now.
Right. But anyway, this thing, that's how it connects to the internet. And it connects to the weather station. I think it's via Bluetooth. I think it's a BLE type thing. Okay. So it's phenomenal. It's never lost connection. Obviously, if you lose your internet and your power, your commercial power at home, it's not going to be giving reports out to the internet. But it still measures, and it still records.
Well, yeah, because it's got power.
Yeah, still measures and still records. So it's phenomenal, guys. I can't recommend it enough. Who did we lose? We lost Dave. Where'd Dave go?
Lost Dave.
But Josh,
hey, did you get a particulate monitor with that, indoor and outdoor?
What do you mean, like air quality?
Yeah, air quality, particulate.
No, it doesn't do air quality.
Okay, I was just asking because I'm like, that seems like a lot slimmer version than what I have. And if it had a particulate monitor, I would get it.
Yeah. I mean, some people are into the air quality, and a lot of people aren't. You know, it's just one of those things. But if you're if you're looking at the big things like flooding and rain and lightning in the distance, and like you're really, really into the science of severe weather, or just weather in general for that matter, like you notice subtle changes in dew point and air pressure.
Oh yeah,
you can do your own predictions if you know what you're doing. It's really cool. And here's the other thing too. Let me go back to my my Tempest here and let you see this. So this forecast right here, this is not built by the internet. This is built by my weather station. It uses, I don't know how it uses I think it's using a combination of AI and observed data to make these predictions. How it's going all the way out to next weekend is beyond me, but I don't make that kind of money. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here doing a live stream.
You don't really think that's getting the data from internet?
I think some of it. Like I said, I think AI is integrated, but I think I can imagine that probably from here to here, like now through Monday, is probably more based on observations.
Okay.
But the extended forecast, I don't know if I'd buy it. I don't know if
I've got the same thing on mine. I'm sitting there looking at it, and they'll tell you, high temperature, low temperature, cloud coverage, accumulation, chance of rainfall, etc. But I just assumed it was always pulling the information from the internet as kind of a live, or getting data from there. But I don't know. That's a good question.
Could be. It's really amazing. But yeah, that's one of the things that they sell this thing for. Is, just the power of the AI that it uses.
And the price is right.
Mm-hmm. The price is definitely right.
Right.
Hey, Josh, I gotta make a suggestion for you. You're gonna have to change your channel now. Josh's weather station.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to alienate my audience, but that's a cool idea. I'm looking to see if it's got a warranty on it. Because one of the things I have. Oh, let me show this too. I know I've turned into a commercial for the Tempest. But you can also integrate this into smart home stuff. Like tell it when you're it'll know based off of the lighting. Like I told you about that solar sensor, it'll know whether or not to open your blinds. If you set these integrations, it'll control your thermostat at home, your lighting. It can control your irrigation. It's phenomenal. That's all.
That? Wow.
That stuff is way over my pay grade, but. Yeah, it has that capability. I'm still trying to find if it has a warranty or not. I'm sure it has. Anything on Amazon has a certain amount of warranty.
Yeah, it'd be at the top, Josh, where the description's at, very top, where it says more or something.
Not seeing it. Returns free 30-day return policy. Well, okay.
It doesn't really say.
Doesn't really say. There's one concern I have about this thing. Is hail. Will I can't imagine if you had large hail.
It'd probably destroy it.
It's surviving it. I just can't imagine that. For those of you nerds out here, this is part of it. Advanced weather forecasting with machine learning. That's that AI portion that I was talking about. But if you want to know what frequencies this runs on, 433 or 868 megahertz. It does not interfere with any of my 440 stuff. So I can tell you that right now.
All right.
Yeah.
So we can't talk off ham radio. Darn.
I don't want. No. You don't want that. You don't want that. And if you have an Apple Watch, it has an Apple Watch integration too.
What about Windows?
Windows don't have a watch.
Yes, they do.
Who? What?
Samsung. Android.
That's not Windows, dude.
Well,
that's Google.
Enough. It's close enough.
No. Big difference. Big difference.
Hey, I was trying, okay? Give her brother. Okay, go ahead, John.
Hey, how's that black lab you got?
You know what? I'm going to choke you, T.O. I'm really going to choke you. I got you. Do not.
I didn't know if it was a black lab or a yellow lab. That's why I was asking.
It's about to be a pink lab. You keep it up.
Oh,
I get mom
that's
on
funny.
You. Love you, T.O. Butthead.
Inside joke from the Discord this week. So.
Oh yeah. It's inside, all right. I thought I was have to get the CIA involved in this.
They've got enough going on with the Charlie Kirk stuff. I don't want to get into that, guys, but that's a horrible story.
That's a horrible story. Absolutely.
There was a shooting at the U.S. Naval Academy about 3 hours ago.
Annapolis, I saw that on the news too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Look, I've been watching a lot of news, and I'll make no bones about it. Folks know I'm a conservative, but at the end of the day, I'm an American. Okay.
Exactly.
And here's. I've seen a lot of influencers and a lot of television saying use your platforms. And I'm going to use my platform for a minute here and say, folks, we have got to stop the political violence. We need to settle issues with our words and not guns. I'm
Right.
all about your guns. Have your guns. Let's do it. Second Amendment all the way. But don't use it to settle a debate. I mean, this is ridiculous. There is absolutely no reason Charlie Kirk should be dead right now. None.
No.
That
The kind of the funny thing is I saw it, and again, we're not going to dig into this too far, but I was reading through some stuff earlier, and it was funny. It's like they didn't silence the one person; they just woke a lion. So we'll see where that goes. But somebody will step up to the plate and continue to what he's been doing, because he's created a great organization, Turning Point, and everything, and he did a lot of good work. So. Rest in peace and be with his family, and prayers across the board there. So it's a very sad deal. It was,
when you've got, we all know how divided the news media is. CNN, NBC, MSNBC, Fox, all them. We know it's all divided. But let me tell you something. I've even turned on CNN. I've turned on MSNBC, who I typically call MSLSD just for jokes, but I've turned them on to listen to some of this Charlie Kirk coverage, and there's not a single damn one of them that has said anything negative about Charlie Kirk.
Right.
It's all been, he was a good Christian man, a good family man.
Yep.
That's what America needs to hear. Not he was a Republican and a loud Republican.
Right.
He was a good conservative Christian man, family man.
Yep. Oh,
That's
absolutely.
what matters. Anyway.
For sure.
The numbers are dropping because I'm talking politics. Shame on me.
Well, I wanted to say what I got new, because I got a few toys.
All right, what you got?
Well, one, you're seeing me off one of them. I got a brand new computer. It's HP 17.3. It's got the Intel Core Ultra 7 chip, ARC graphics card, 2 terabytes of hard drive. This thing's fast as crap. I can't even keep up with it. But the reason I got it is so I can do my ham radio stuff. And when I start my new channel, I can use this computer to keep up and it won't lag. And I didn't know if you guys noticed the difference in the picture. Am I more clear, or is it about the same?
Well, you're not in portrait mode. That's a big change.
What's that?
You're not in portrait mode anymore.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You're 16 by 9 for once, not 9 by 16.
yeah. I'm not this anymore. Yeah. And I got me a J-pole antenna.
Very nice.
Also. And I got another radio for my collection. I got a 991A.
Good for you.
You got a 991. All right.
Those are nice radios.
I'm having a little problem with FT8.
You're going to.
I got it connected to my 710. It's transmitting and I'm receiving, I think. But I don't think I have the settings right or something, because it's putting all my information and just the receive is defueling.
Hang on, let NASCAR go by there.
Yeah, no shit. I can do that all night. It's just started. Like I was saying, it took me forever to get it set up, because I, for a blonde moment, I saw the driver, for the 710, but I forgot to extract it. So I kept trying to connect it, and I was wondering why I kept getting the error code, rig couldn't connect. This is that hook. And I was like, let me go look. And I was like,
Jason, if you need help setting up FT8, just let me know. I can remote into your computer, and I can send you a link to remote in and help you out with that. So
I'm gonna need help. The 991 Alpha is just, it was a pain in the butt for me. The 710, boom, had that.
710. Oh, 710. It took me
991 Alpha. Forget it. It took me a half an hour, 45 minutes to get just a set.
I gave up on it. Trust me, T. I gave up on it. I got the 710 out. As soon as I extracted the drivers, cat control popped up red. Cat control popped up green. Text popped up red. I was hearing the fine. Took me 5 minutes. I'm going circles around this 918. It's I watch videos. Oh, set this up, and I was like, no.
Hey, Colin.
Colin's in the house. Good day, buddy.
Yeah, I would appreciate that, Marvin, if you would do that, because I don't think I got the right settings, for display, all the boxes you got to check. I did hit PSK Reporter. It saw me on PSK Reporter. I think that's the only thing I did right. But yeah, I would appreciate if you would help me with that.
Dave's back.
Yep.
And he's in portrait mode. Speak of the portrait mode.
That's because I'm outside on the phone.
Are you doing me, Dave? Is this you said copycat? You love me that much?
Well, I teased this with you guys earlier before the show, and I'll share it with everybody else. The camper, for those of you that know the saga with the camper is now with a buddy of mine. Shout out W4DFB. He's a certified RV technician, and we are doing some much needed upgrades before that thing goes to Florida in February for Hamcation. But while I was over at his house dropping off that camper, of course he had to show off all his toys and goodies and stuff. He had an estate with several items in it, and he says, I picked this up in an estate too, or in the same estate. And I couldn't believe what he picked up. Let me take it full here.
The 2 meter?
This is the ICOM IC229 Alpha.
Nice.
Okay, that is just your everyday 2 meter rig, right?
How many watts is that?
This particular model, I think, is 25.
Okay.
This particular rig, and it'll take me a minute to get my camera repositioned here. This tripod is weird, but this particular rig is very sentimental to me. This is not this particular one. Let me quit making people drunk here. Hang on. This particular rig was my first radio, my first ham radio, and okay, that's pretty much as close as it's gonna get. When I was 21 years old and just getting my ham license, my dad found a deal on Craigslist for an IC229 hotel and some Kenwood HT from the 70s. That one's in rough shape. I never really used it. But the IC229 hotel is what I had, and I ran it for over 10 years. Got into a little financial trouble and sold it. I regret selling that because it was my first rig. Well, lo and behold, we're going through his stuff, and he said, look what I got. And my eyes went like this. I have been looking for another rig like this for over a year, just to bring that nostalgia back. There's something about your first rig,
Yep.
It means something to you. So he told me, don't pay me for it yet. Take it home, hook it up, try it out. Well, I did, and it functions. It works. But there's one problem with it. So this is the mic for it. This is the ICOM HM56A.
I hate those mics.
I plug it in, the radio key's down and stays keyed down. I've opened the mic up to make sure nothing's stuck on the PTT switch or anything like that. It's not. So, I don't know. He's got another HM56 that belongs to a 449A that he's going to swap with me and see if that solves it. Maybe it's a mic problem.
Is that a round plug or is that a...
It's the 8-pin round plug.
Round.
Pull it apart and make sure you don't have wire grounding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna swap it out with him and see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap it out with him. He's got another one, another 56A, and see if that's the problem. If it is the problem, great. If that's not the problem and it's an actual problem in the radio, because right now there's no mic attached to it and it's not transmitting. If that's not the problem and if it's actually an internal radio problem, I probably won't keep it. But
if it's not doing it with the mic not attached, it's either in the plug of the radio or it's in the plug of the mic.
Yeah,
Yep,
you're exactly right. You're exactly right. But yeah, I tore this apart, checked the circuit boards, all that. Now there was something interesting about it. I looked at the schematic for the HM56, and it says the green wire is supposed to be going to the PTT switch. Well, it is a red wire that goes to the PTT switch, so that might be problem number one. But I don't know. We'll see. We're going to get back together. We've obviously got to get back together several times in the coming weeks as we work through the camper situation. But to update you guys on the camper, it's going to get New marker lights, LED marker lights. We're going to get the wiring straightened out for the trailer lights. We are going to upgrade the porch light to LED. It's going to get new tires on it. Yeah, the tires weren't as good as I thought. There was some dry rot on them. Yep, that needs to be done before it goes to Florida. And then, something
You just
else.
gonna lights? You just gonna rerun a new harness?
Redoing it all.
Good.
Starting over. And then hot water heater. We're going to put a new hot water heater in it. Because
Seems to me somebody told you just run a new harness.
oh, I know. But
Hey,
you're in Missouri, and he is across the street.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't me. It was Michael that told you to run a new harness.
That's true. That's true.
And what else did I tell you in text? Tires, 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 and don't trust the tires.
Yeah.
No, unless you know exactly how old they are. Yeah, you don't want to trust them.
I hadn't got down there and looked at them. I was just feeling the tread, and the tread feels fine. But when you get down there and look at those sidewalls, yeah, there's some cracks. It's
Hey, Josh, there's one more thing you need to put on there.
Bearing buddies. Bearing buddies are your friends.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
But he's gonna do all this and get it up to speed, make it safe to pull down to Florida. So, and that's the other thing. I really wouldn't worry about the damn hot water heater, but there's no freaking bathhouse at Hamcation. So I'm gonna need some hot water.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be swamp ass down
He's
there.
gonna have one of those little outdoor showers.
Hey, you can always do a prison. You can always do a prison wipe now. With baby wipes.
Well, I have a shower in the camper.
Oh,
even though it's a pop up.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh, you're
And
living
there's
in
one other
luxury.
thing you got to put on there, Josh. A pink tutu.
Oh, for God's sakes, would you get off the pink tutu? I haven't got a hundo super chat in a while, and we're still talking about that stupid pink tutu.
He keeps bringing it up, so I think he needs to wear it on the stream.
I think he needs to drop the hundo super chat, and then I'll send him the tutu to wear.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't have to send me one. I'll find one. Well, you might have to send me it. Yeah, I'll wear that thing with pride.
Oh, Josh, you got to send it to him without the chat. If it were a pride, you don't need a super chat.
I tell you what, have him wear the pink tutu when we go to when and if I go to Raleigh next year, because we all know Nancy
you
wears.
would not. Oh, you would not.
Yeah, Nancy wears the dang tiara around.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Have you wear
she
the
does.
tutu?
Hey,
You would
John,
do that.
I made that picture in the share for Colin.
Oh boy, I know exactly what this is. Vegemite.
Yeah, Tio, so you were sad.
Isn't it ironic though that the Vegemite ham ChatGPT image is on top of Old Glory? Just saying. The irony there.
When is Raleigh going on?
Raleigh is the Saturday before Easter, I believe. It's a tough weekend.
What, in March next year?
Let me double check. Rars Fest, for those of you that's Googling right now, it's Rars Fest.
I knew it was Raleigh because
I knew what you were talking about.
date on it.
I just booked Orlando, so.
Ooh, you're going to Orlando?
I'll be there. Yeah. I'll
Hell
be there.
yeah.
It's
Rars
so,
Fest is
actually,
April.
Go ahead.
Hey, Marvin, check the private chat.
Hey, they've got me featured on the Rars chat,
Okay.
Rars Fest website. That's pretty cool. Rars Fest is April 4th. And yeah, I can't commit to going just yet. I'm still trying to work out the tour for next year, but at least the sponsoring for all that. But maybe.
Is that still? Are you still confirming on that one person coming?
Possibly.
So yeah, I just booked Orlando, but yeah, I'll probably it's over Valentine's weekend this next year. So my wife will be coming down with me on that trip as well. So we'll make a weekend of it. So hotels are already crazy, but it is what it is.
Oh God, yeah.
Hence why I decided to buy a camper and pull it down there and camp in the campground.
Yep. I mean, you do enough of those, your camper will be paid for it by itself.
Yeah, no kidding.
4 nights. for like 4 nights,
we
it's
get
like
enough super
$1,000.
chats.
So.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, not you, Jason, but the chat has not done well with the super chats. We did not meet the super chat goal tonight,
No,
guys.
it's been quiet, and our numbers are.
Come on, Tio, you're falling behind.
And they're doing. He's broke. Remember?
I'm broke till tomorrow. Tomorrow's
Sell
payday.
radio then. You got plenty.
We need to do this on Fridays.
I am
sell
not.
one of your Jeeps.
I am not
Sell one of your
competing with Crash Course. Nope.
Sell one of your Jeeps.
Huh.
I don't have a Jeep.
But anyway, to answer your question, I don't know that for gospel sakes yet. But I will say this to the audience: there may or may not be a big name YouTuber at Rars Fest. So stick around for details in case that happens. It'll be epic if it does. So
are you going,
He
John?
does.
I'm not a big YouTuber. I have 89, almost 8,900 subscribers. That ain't big.
No.
You got 8,800 more subscribers than I do.
Well,
Are
whatever.
you bigger than Ham? How you say it? Ham?
Hey,
Ham whatever his name is.
What?
Ham Tectonics?
Yeah, you bigger than
Oh,
him.
be nice to Bill. Bill's great. Oh,
I
Dave's
know,
out
Bill.
there
I
waiting
mess
on
with
us.
him all the time. He busts my butt all the time.
I like Bill. Bill's guys. I gotta tell you, you hang out with Jason and all them at these campgrounds. Bill's there, and Bill is a hoot. Absolute freaking hoot. POTA Power will tell you that.
I usually wind up talking, at least at More Expo the last 2 years, I wound up talking with Bill more than I did anybody else.
And Bill will talk to you. To you. Well, let's start heading towards winding this down, guys. We're over time here. It's 10:10. Well, ramp right left. Let's go to Michael. What you got coming up this week?
I got a Rybakov from Reliance Antennas, and I got to get a pole to put it up. I got to get a piece of mast or something. I'm going to get that up and play with that this week. Maybe make a video of that. It's been just recovering from this weekend. It's taken me almost a week. We had the 24 hours of POTA. Swamp City. Camper was wet. Everything was wet. Dried out Sunday afternoon. Camper's out in the yard right now, opened up and drying out. So, I've got a couple videos in the machine that I'm going to dump out here this week. Just recording and bumping along as I go along. So, thanks to Josh for some hints and kinks and tips, and we'll see where that goes.
Have you seen any tick up in the numbers yet since you've been playing with my tricks?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good.
Definitely.
Good. That's the goal. Dave, you're next.
All right. Yeah, I finally decided that what I'm going to do is the 60. I got that 6200, and so I'm going to start doing some videos on the 6200. Of course, I need to finish my Hextena review with the 6200. So, should see a couple of 6200 videos coming out next week.
Sweet. Marvin.
Well, we do antenna install this next Monday, and we'll finish the tower build then. And so I'll have a couple of videos coming on that. My video from Alaska, my POTA activation, I've had to go through and review probably about 3 hours worth of video. So trying to get that down into a 15-minute time frame has been a lot longer than I wanted to take to be able to get this video out from my Alaska POTA activation. But I'm finally wrapping it up. Probably be done tonight or tomorrow morning, sometime. Or tomorrow afternoon. But that's will be coming out on my channel in the next few days. I just got a podcast out after a month, talking about emergency communications, and I've got another one coming out here probably in 2 weeks. On actually, I may try and get it a little sooner on QRP. So we'll be talking about QRP a little bit. So should be interesting as well. So. Those are my features coming out. What's coming up on the channel? I want to say thank you to anybody who's already listening or watches this down the road. My channel numbers have been increasing quite a bit. I'm almost to 250, so help me get to that number. I would appreciate it. I'm at 241, I think, right now, and so thank you for being there, and appreciate you subscribing and watching. So,
Fantastic. And Dave, don't freak out. I just pulled you down because I heard the helicopter. Let's go to Ramp Rat. What's up? What you got going?
Not much. I'm going to get into FT8 as soon as I figure out how everything works on the 710. I'm going to see what Marvin can do to help me out. And pretty much I've just been relaxing because I pulled my bag at work. So I haven't really doing much and everything. But I really want to get the FT8 system going. I got this new computer so I can run it. 911A. I'm not even going to bother trying to put FT8 on it. But I'm going to do I want to try 2 meter sideband. I've heard it's awesome. I'm probably going to get a clear node and get an all-star going because I got my node. And then basically play with the S710, and everything. That's about it. Besides, I really can't do much, just look at my pretty smile. But that's about it, Josh.
Fantastic. Well, I'll unmute Dave, and I don't hear the helicopter anymore, so
nope. When you muted me, I was headed to the phone to mute it.
I thought it was me. That's why I started looking. I was like,
well, I thought it was too, and I muted you additionally, and I'm like, nope, it's not. It's not
nope.
Jason.
That's why. Right as I went to hit the phone, you muted me.
All right, guys, appreciate y'all being here. Hang out just a minute. I got something I want to share with y'all. I'll be with y'all here in just a minute when we wrap up. All right, guys, that'll wrap up tonight's edition of the Ham Shack Trading Post. I think I'm going to drop Trading Post out of the title. We just haven't really done that in a while. It's really become more of a roundtable, and that's fine. I'm having a blast doing it. Guys, thank you for the few super chats we did receive. Jason and Levi. I think that was everybody. Let me double check. Jason and Levi. Yep, they were the super chat folks, and I never updated the scroll here down below, but Jason and Levi are tied for the number one super chatter of the night. We'll give Jason the advantage on that because he did have the extra super chat there. Plus, he gifted channel membership to Levi. It all worked out. How about that? Again, want to shout out James and Andy. Appreciate them being on tonight. Of course, Andy's here almost every week, but definitely want to shout out James for coming on, CEO of World Radio League and Ham Radio Prep. Guys, if you want to get your ham radio license, Ham Radio Prep is the way to go. They've got fantastic options for technician, general, and extra, as well as those bonus courses such as MCOM, Ham Radio Basics, and God, why did I forget it? Satellites. They've got the satellite course, yeah. So a whole lot of different things going on with Ham Radio Prep. 10% off if you use coupon code HamShackTV at checkout on their already great prices. If they've got a sale going on, you can still double it up. Use that coupon code HamShackTV. Also, World Radio League, if you're wanting to check out World Radio League, is totally free to check out. You can sign up, basic membership. You can log all you want. If you want to have the extra features like QRZ integration and log importing and stuff like that, you'll need a premium membership. So you can do that with my coupon code HamShackTV10 at worldradioleague.com. Also, folks, we did talk about, we do know that ICOM is mandating a price increase all the way across the board. Not just Gigaparts, but HRO, DX, all of them, excuse me, are going to see a major price increase with ICOM radios in the next few days. Go to gigaparts.com, use my coupon code HamShackTV. You're going to get 4 times the rewards points. That's 4 points for every $1 on ICOM and Yaesu equipment. But you'll want to pick up that Yaesu or that ICOM equipment before Friday. At least purchase it anyway to snatch in those good prices. So anyway, guys, that's about it for tonight. We thank you for watching HamShack TV. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not already a subscriber, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away an HF radio. And I thought we were going to do that a month ago. We hadn't done it yet. Y'all slowed down. Appreciate y'all, though. Really do. Appreciate all the watchers. Appreciate the support, channel members, super chats, all that good stuff. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you on the next one. 73s, AA4WX, WSCB 693.
money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right.
That's for you, Dave. Good night. Or Dave. Jason. Don't forget the channel members that are seen on your screen. We appreciate all those guys. Y'all have a good night. 73s.